Hey guys, welcome to Yoga TX. I'm Jen Hilman, and today I've got a special video geared towards helping you relieve your back pain. As a massage therapist, I know that back pain is one of the most common problems that everybody out there is facing, whether it be neck and shoulder tension, low back pain, or even stemming into sciatic pain. This is a really common problem, and the good news is that there are some great yoga poses that I'm going to teach you today that can help you to build strength in your back body and help to reduce your back pain right away. So go ahead and like this video and add it to your list of favorites, because I know you're going to want to come back and practice these exercises. It'll be a little bit challenging as you start to build some strength in these muscles, which are maybe a little overstretched or weak and tired. But I encourage you to rise to the challenge and get excited, because you're going to be getting stronger every single time that you practice. And every time that you practice is going to help take you a step further down the path of living your life free from back pain. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, let's get started. So we're going to begin our practice today standing. So go ahead and roll out your mat and bring your feet together to touch at the top of your mat. So you're going to want your feet to be parallel with each other, and that means the outside edges of your feet. So your big toes will come to touch, and there will be a little bit of space between your heels. You can look down and make sure that your feet are lined up really nicely. Then spread your toes apart and really root them down into the ground. It's really important that we have a strong foundation, a connection to the earth, in order to let our upper body really open. So from here, root your feet down into the earth. Imagine that you were like a tree whose roots are spreading out deep into the earth below you. Now, with those strong, solid roots, start to draw energy up through the earth, up into your legs. So now your legs are like this solid tree trunk, sucking all the nutrients and energy up from the earth. So you feel that lift through your legs. So it may not look like much, but you start to feel that muscle activation. So root your feet down, lift up through your legs, then lift up through your waist. You're going to notice that your belly starts to firm and tone. It's not gripping or forceful, but really just lifted and elongated. Let your collarbones spread wide apart so your chest is open. And this can sometimes be the hardest part. But get a sense that your shoulder blades are gliding in towards your spine, down your back. So your chest is open, your arms relax comfortably by your side, but you keep lifting up through your center, through your legs and through your waist, and draw that energy all the way up through the crown of your head. So now you're in a standing pose, but fully activated here, feeling your whole body engaged, and notice the flow of your breath. How much can you bring your awareness to this standing pose? Bring the palms of your hands together and gently bow your chin towards your chest. Take a couple of deep breaths here and set your intent for your practice to do your best, to trust yourself, to listen to your body, and to deepen your practice. Slowly open your eyes and extend your arms up overhead. Reach up nice and tall, reaching towards the sky. I'm going to take your left wrist with your right hand. Then reach up and over towards the right side using your right hand to pull your left arm. So this is a very active stretch. You can also glide your hips towards the left as you reach up and over to the right. This will give you a little bit more leverage as you balance and stretch up and over to the right side. So this is just a little bit of a warm-up here, starting to open up the side body. If you notice that your left shoulder wants to drop down towards the earth, which is kind of the tendency, try to open your heart towards the front. You can even challenge yourself to look up underneath that left arm. Pull your right arm out. Reach as far as you can. And we slowly come back up. Extend your arms towards the sky, grow tall, and we'll try the other side. Take your right wrist with your left hand. Reach up and over towards the left side, and you can glide your hips towards the right. Actively pull on your right arm with your left hand. So you should feel a very active stretch across the right side of your body. See if you can stay connected to the flow of your breath. And if you notice, again, the right shoulder wants to fold down. But I really challenge you to keep opening your heart towards the front. Even experiment with turning your gaze up underneath that right arm. One more moment here. Reach as far as you can to the left. Stretch that side body open. Then we'll slowly start to come all the way back up. Reach your fingertips to the sky, growing tall. And as you exhale your breath, let your arms float gently down towards your sides. Nice little warm up for your spine. Now interlace your hands behind your back. Squeeze the palms of your hands together and bring your thumbs down to your sacrum. Then roll your shoulder blades back towards your spine, and your elbows are going to point towards the back of your mat. Press your thumbs into your sacrum to help you get even more leverage to draw your chest forward. So this is already a big stretch here. It's not a big movement necessarily, but if you're really pressing and you're really reaching your chest forward, you're gonna feel it. It's pretty good. So keep that opening in your chest. Keep that opening in your shoulders. Keep squeezing the palms of your hands together, and then we're gonna start to stretch your hands away from your hips. Oh yeah, big stretch for your arms and shoulders, big stretch for your chest. Then slowly start to curl your heart up towards the sky. So you're even starting to get a stretch and opening through your abdominals, across the front of your chest and sternum. Maybe even lift your gaze and get a little stretch through the front of your throat. Take another moment here. Do your best. Squeeze your hands, squeeze your shoulder blades, curl your heart open a little higher. And then slowly come back to center. Gently release your hands, okay? No sudden jerky movements. You want to be gentle and mindful with your body. So we're going to incorporate a little bit more movement now, working with the cycle of our breath. As you inhale, stretch your arms up to the sky. Remember that sense of being like the tree, drawing energy up from the earth towards the sky. As you exhale, bend your elbows like a cactus or a football goalpost. Draw your shoulder blades towards your spine and even into the space behind your heart. Lift your chest up and curl your heart towards the sky. Inhale and stretch your arms back up. Exhale and fold your body forward. Now we're just going to take a moment to pause here. This is our first forward fold. For those of you with constant back pain, this is one of your most powerful tools. You should practice these forward folds as much as you can. Tightness and pain in the back body
that constant back pain you're experiencing can often be alleviated simply by stretching out the spine and stretching out the hamstrings. So take a couple of deep breaths here. Pause. Feel this stretch. And remember that you can always bend your knees as much as you need. If the floor feels impossible to reach, bend your knees more. You can bend your knees as much as you need so that you can really and truly let your upper body relax. Feel the weight of your head dropping down towards the ground. Feel the backs of your legs stretching open as you take deep and mindful breaths. On your next inhale, lift your gaze forward and stretch your chest forward. You're going to lift your spine halfway up, and if you can, try and keep your fingertips connected to the earth. So even if that means that your knees need to be bent, it's no problem at all. Lengthen through your chest. Lift your belly up and in, away from your thighs. Take one more breath in here. And as you exhale, fold your body forward, coming back over your legs. Let's take that half lift one more time. Inhale, extend your spine, lift your belly, reach your chest forward. This time as you exhale, curl yourself into a tiny little ball. So drop your hips down. You can even lift your heels away from the floor. Press your knees towards your forehead, round your spine, and squeeze into the smallest tiny little ball that you can. On your next inhale, let's come right back to that half lift. Plant your heels towards the ground, extend your legs, and extend your spine. Exhale to fold forward again. And on this inhale, we'll stand all the way up. Extend your arms up overhead as you reach up tall. And exhale to cactus your arms, elbows down, spread your fingers wide, pierce your shoulder blades into the space behind your heart. Inhale, extend your arms up. Exhale, fold your body down. We're going to move a little quicker this time. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine halfway up. Then exhale and curl into a tiny little ball. Lift your heels, press your knees forward, round your spine, tuck your chin. Then inhale, coming back to your half lift. Lengthen your spine, then exhale to fold. Inhale to stand all the way up. And again, exhale to cactus your arms. Pierce your shoulder blades into the back of your heart as you curl your chest towards the sky. Inhale to stretch your arms up. Exhale to fold your body down. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, curl your body into a ball. Squeeze everything super tight. Then inhale to expand out. Reach your heels to the ground, lengthen your spine forward, then exhale to fold. Come to relax all the way over your legs, and we'll just pause here for another moment. Maybe you notice that you're starting to feel a little bit more loose, a little more open. You can go a little deeper in your fold. We're going to continue this work strengthening our back body. So we're going to lift your left leg and take a step to the very back edge of your mat. Reach back as far as you can so you have a nice big wide lunge on your mat. Then lower your left knee down to the floor, and I do encourage you to keep your left toes curled underneath you if you can. Just kind of gives you a little more power and strength in that back leg. So just keeping those toes tucked is an easy way to keep that back leg energized. Lunge your body forward so you get a big stretch in the front of your left hip and a deep crease in that right hip. Lift your heart forward so it's the same kind of sensation as in the half lift we were just doing. As you exhale your breath, draw your hips back and extend through your front leg. Now, if your hamstrings are very tight, it's possible that your front knee will not come straight. It's no problem. As long as you're getting that big juicy stretch in your right hamstring, that's all you need to focus on here. So draw your sitting bones back, lengthen your chest forward, and take a couple of deep breaths and just allow yourself to really go into that hamstring stretch. I know it's a lot of sensation. There's a lot of tightness that gets built up back there. But just use your breath. Take another moment to really stretch it. And then we're going to move back into that lunge. Plant your right foot down, bend your knee, and shift your weight forward. Now inhale and extend your arms up. Try and keep your legs very active and strong. So you're not just sinking down into your legs, but really keep that sensation of the tree, right? Your feet are rooted and you draw energy up through your legs. So now your legs are very powerful. This is going to give you the support you need for even stronger back bends. So here you are in your lunge. Interlace your hands at the base of your spine. We've already done this. Press your thumbs in towards your sacrum. Press your elbows back behind you. Roll your shoulder blades back. Curl your heart up towards the sky. And then keep squeezing your hands together as you slowly stretch your fists away from your hips. Nice work. Release your hands and extend your arms up overhead. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, cactus your arms and see if you can curl your heart up just a little bit higher. Keep that lift in your chest as you extend your arms through here. Do your best. This is our last moment. Then gently release your hands down to the floor. Lift your left leg up and step it right back to the front of your mat. Fold forward over your legs. Then we'll take that lunge on the second side. So lift your right foot up and step it way back to the back edge of your mat. Release your right knee down. So make sure that you have plenty of space between your feet. If you need to step that left foot forward more, or maybe reach your right foot back a little more, just make sure that you have a big step so you can lunge deep and get that big stretch at the front of your right hip. So here you are in your lunge. Make it very active as you open through your chest, lengthen your spine, lift your belly up and in. Keep your core supported and engaged. And then we start to reach back. Shift your weight over that right knee. Extend your left leg as straight as it's going to go.
So it's totally fine if it doesn't straighten all the way. You just want to go as far as you can to access that stretch in your hamstrings. So just get it. Get that stretch. Breathe into it. Keep your spine lengthened, right? When the back body is tight, we want to curl forward. But I really challenge you to lengthen your heart forward. Reach your tailbone back and stretch the living daylights out of your hamstrings. That's the work, my friends. Take one more breath here. And then we come back to our lunge. Plant that left foot down and shift forward. Now remember to energize the strength of your legs. Draw everything up and in towards the center. Really feel the power of your legs underneath you. Then again, let's interlace your hands at the base of your pelvis. This time, just change the grip of your hands so you bring the opposite thumb and forefinger on top, just helping to create a little balance here. Now press those thumbs in towards your sacrum. Squeeze your elbows back behind you and roll your shoulder blades back. Nice. Curl your chest up and stretch your hands away from your hips. Slowly, slowly, with intention, with your full dedication. Really open your chest. Feel that stretch. Then slowly release your hands and extend your arms up alongside your ears. Now cactus your elbows. Really try and curl back over your shoulder blades, taking this back bend just a little bit deeper. Don't give up on your legs. Keep your legs active. Keep that back bend active as you extend your arms for one last moment, your best pose today. Lengthening through your spine, reaching through your fingers, lifting through your belly, and engaging the strength of your legs for one more breath. And release your hands down to the floor. Beautiful work. Lift your right knee up and step your foot forward so you fold over your legs. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And notice the difference from when we first began. All right, guys, we're going to come down onto your belly. So you can kneel down, walk your knees back, and then glide forward onto your belly. So we're going to do what's called some belly down back bends. So this is going to really build maximum strength in your back muscles. We're going to be working against gravity here, so there's definitely some challenges built in, but that's where we're doing the work. Like, say yes to the challenge, and I'm here to support you and encourage you along the way. So bring the tops of your feet down to the floor and zip up your legs together. And if you can imagine, it's just like when we're standing. Draw energy up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs and into your pelvis, really strong. Then bring your hands alongside your chest. Your elbows want to squeeze in close by your rib cage. So if you notice that your arms are lazy, draw those shoulders towards your spine and your elbows towards the ceiling. Spread your fingertips wide apart. Engage the strength of your legs. And we're moving into cobra pose. Roll your shoulder blades towards your spine into that space behind your heart. So you feel your upper back working like crazy. Keep that strength as you lift your heart up a little bit higher, drawing your chest forward. So if your shoulders are up by your ears, you missed the mark. You want to come back down, roll the shoulders down and back, and then curl your heart up. So your neck should be very long, and the traps here at the top of your shoulders should be relaxed away from your ears. Lift your heart up. You can do it. Say yes to your strength. And exhale, release yourself down. Now, step your hands off the edges of your mat. So it's a little bit wider, but your hands are still in line with your chest. Then come up onto your finger pads so the palms of your hands come off the ground. And now we're working with the same idea. Roll your shoulder bones up to the sky so you squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. Engage the strength of your legs behind you. Then on your inhale, lift your heart up. If you feel any crunching or pinchy sensation in your low back, you can come down a little lower and focus more on that upper back, drawing your shoulder blades back, reaching your chest forward, lengthening through your spine. Take one more breath, press through your hands and lift up, opening your chest, but keep those shoulders down. And then release your chest all the way to the floor. All right, we've got one more belly down back bend before we start to wrap up our practice today. We're coming into a little bow pose. So you're gonna reach back and take a hold of your feet. For some of you guys, I know if your shoulders are really tight or your quads are very tight, just getting into this position can sometimes be very challenging. So do your best and don't stress. It's going to get easier every time. Take a hold of your feet, and if this is your best pose, just own it and love it and be proud of yourself for doing it. Then slowly we start to deepen. Roll your shoulder blades back. You can use the strength of your legs to give you some resistance, allowing you to lift your chest a little higher, pulling your arms back. Feel that same sensation that your shoulder blades are moving into the space behind your heart. Now we're going to incorporate the strength of the legs. Start lifting your legs away from the floor, kicking up as high as you can. Open through your chest, lift through your legs. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, release down. Release the grip of your feet. Bring your hands to the mat. Press yourself back so your heels or your hips come down to your heels. Then let your forehead release to the floor. And just take a moment here in this child's pose and start to deepen your breath, allowing your body to start to slow down. If you bring your knees a little bit closer together, this will give you more of a stretch along your spine. So just find the positioning that feels the most supportive, allowing you to stretch your back body. And take one more full deep breath in. And a full deep breath out. Then lift your gaze forward between your hands and glide back onto your belly. And from here, you can just turn right over onto your back. And allow yourself to just have a couple of moments to rest in a shavasana, feeling your back supported by the earth. And you can take a moment to adjust yourself as you need so that you can really relax. The importance of shavasana is stillness. So finish getting yourself situated so that you can truly relax. Resist the urge to fidget. Resist the urge to move around. Sometimes the biggest challenge in shavasana is truly allowing ourselves to just stop. Just stop all the movement. Stop all the distractions. Stop all the need to be doing something. But simply to breathe, to notice, to observe the feelings in your body. Take a little note of how you feel after this practice. And just give yourself permission to enjoy this moment of stillness. And please do stay and enjoy this time to rest for as long as you can. This may be your only moment of stillness for the whole day. So just savor it. Enjoy it. Relish in it. And as you feel ready, when it's time to reawaken your body, you can stretch your arms overhead, stretch through your toes, lengthening your whole body from top to bottom. And then roll yourself over to one side, coming into a little fetal position for a moment. And using your hands, you can press yourself up to a seat. Just finding a comfortable position for you to sit with your spine elongated. Releasing the weight of your pelvis down into the earth. Feel your chest rise and your shoulder blades glide down your back. And bring the palms of your hands together at your heart. And again, bow your chin towards your chest. Take this moment to give yourself some thanks and appreciation for taking the time to engage in this practice today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you are finding new strength and power through these exercises, and I hope that you will come back and practice some more. If you're finding some positive results, please leave your comments below. It's always great to hear your feedback. And don't forget to subscribe to the Yoga TX channel. I've got new videos coming out for you every Thursday, so lots of great new content that you won't want to miss. And if you'd like to have a chance to come practice with me live and in person, please visit my website, jenhilman.com, to check out the schedule of new classes and events happening all the time. Hope you have an awesome day, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Namaste. Exhale back.
And come all the way up to center.
Bring your right hand across to your left knee, your left hand behind you, and just take a gentle twist through your spine.